Hi there. Today is Thursday. Let's see, what did we do today? Well, I knitted a lot, as you can tell by my knitting needles. Let's see, here is my secret knitting project. Got more of it done. Now, hang on one second. Yes, ceiling. There we go. Okay, I'll straighten it up a little bit. So there it is. So it's going pretty well. Haven't made any major mistakes on it, which I can't guarantee that it will stay that way until it's done. But let's see. So we studied more about goats today, and so like I've mentioned at least once, I know, that we're going to be studying farm animals for like 3 weeks. So goats this week, cows next week, and horses the week after that. Then we go into elephants and wild animals. So for 3 weeks we're going to be studying farm animals, but we aren't going to be able to make it down to my in-laws' farm ranch. In that time, we won't go until a little bit after Christmas. And so, I was just thinking, last night, I guess, maybe the day before yesterday, about this place that we went when Haley was little, called Crow's Nest Farm, and I couldn't remember the name of it at the time. But I remembered that, they had, I don't remember if it was a goat or a cow hooked up to a milking machine, and, the people would tell tell the kids about, how the farm works and stuff like that. And they had other farm animals. I think they had a horse that maybe Haley rode, and stuff like that when she was probably about 5 or so, 4 or 5 maybe. But I couldn't remember the name of it, and of course I didn't remember where it was or anything like that. Today I got an email in one of the homeschool groups that I'm in about a field trip to Crow's Nest Farm, the very place that we went with Haley. And the field trip is on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. So I'll put it in my calendar, and I'll let the lady that's setting the whole thing up, let her know that I'm wanting to go. So on Tuesday we're going to go take Nate to the farm so he can see all these animals that we're studying. He's seen pigs. My in-laws have pigs, and we've been to what's it called, Pioneer Farms, I think is what the name of it is, and they have pigs and donkeys and horses there too. So I mean, he's seen most of the animals. My in-laws have chickens, cows, a horse, pigs. They had turkeys when he was tiny, but he doesn't remember that. Fish in their pond. Oh, speaking of their pond, they found a gator. I guess they killed it. I think that's what my husband said. That they killed a gator that was in their pond. Today, I don't know when. But yeah, so apparently there's gators in their pond. They have a stock pond, well, they have 3 ponds on their land, but one of them is fairly close to the house, and the kids, go swimming, their grandkids, go swimming out there, and my brothers-in-law and whoever go fishing in it, because my father-in-law's put catfish and I don't know what all kinds of fish out there in it. And he feeds them regularly by hand, Anyway, so yeah, they found a gator in there. So I'm sure Haley will be excited to know that her favorite swimming hole had a gator in it. She'll probably never go swimming again. Let's see, what else happened today? Nothing? No, pretty much nothing. Yeah, I was gonna go to the bank, then realized I didn't need to. We do need to go tomorrow, though, to get our money for our envelopes out. to the other bank. Yes, we have 3 banks. What else? Anything? I don't think anything else. Just I've been knitting like all day, other than at school time. Nate watched Alvin and the Chipmunks again. He watched it yesterday, and then again today. And while Haley was at D group tonight, we watched The Lorax again, which is a movie that she just loves. So she was like, "Why'd you watch that without me?" When I told her. But yeah, so we've been watching movies and knitting, and that's pretty much it. Did I mention that the washer? I don't know if I mentioned it. Anyway, the other day when I was doing laundry, the washer wasn't spinning. It goes through all the whole cycle. You know, it fills and agitates and drains and everything, except for spin. We were trying to figure out what was going on with it, because the clothes were all still wet, of course. But the tub wasn't full of water or anything. So, and you know, the clothes weren't plastered to the side of the tub like they should be after a spin. So, you know, I knew it wasn't spinning. So we were trying to find out what was happening, and so we set it just to spin, and watched it, and it makes all the sounds that it should to spin. So like the bearings are going around, you know, in the machine, but it's not carrying the tub for whatever reason. And so somebody mentioned that it's probably a belt on the motor has come loose or broken or something. So maybe I can get Buddy to look at it and see if he can fix it or not. He's not very handy with these sorts of things, so hopefully he can fix it. Otherwise we'll be getting a new one. So he's home tomorrow, so hopefully he can look at it tomorrow. So, I mean, the washer and dryer, we got them at the same time as a set. And the dryer is fine. And I don't want to spend the money to get both appliances right now because we just bought a brand new air conditioner. But we can probably afford one or the other. We can probably afford a washer. Just not both at the same time right now. Anyway, we bought them when we moved into the house that we lived in Pflugerville, which was in January of 2000. So they're both almost 13 years old. They'll be 13 years old in what's that, 3 months? November, December, January. Yeah. So yeah, they're almost 13 months. 13 years old. So, I mean, I guess that's probably a good amount of time for a washer. And now the yawning has begun. So yeah. Hopefully you can fix it. Maybe it's just the belt needs replacing or something like that. Of course, you know, if we have to get a new one, that's okay too, because the hoses in back need to be replaced. So I'm sure if we replace the washer itself, we'll replace all the hoses. So yeah. I think that's all I've got for today. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.